Good afternoon, and thank you for attending our information session about the new customer choice rate plans. We understand that you have questions about the new plans and how they'll best suit your needs. We're here today to give you some information to help you make that decision so that you can make the decision that will be best for your family. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of how our meeting today is going to work. We're going to ask that you be patient. We have tested technology, but we can always have glitches with our technology, unfortunately. We're going to ask that for the duration of the meeting, all guests remain muted. We'd like to make sure that everybody is able to hear clearly. We'll also ask that any questions you might have, you just type them in the chat box at the bottom right of your screen. At the end of the meeting, we will answer the questions. And we just like to emphasize that there's a large number of people on this call today, so we're only going to be able to answer questions that are related to the customer choice rate plan topic. And we are going to record this session so that we can use it. And finally, and most importantly, we want to thank you for taking time out of your day today to join us for our virtual information session. Finally, I'd like to introduce our resident billing expert, our customer service manager, Angie Longworth.
Monique. Join the meeting.
Thank you, Lori. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Angie Longworth, and I am the Manager of Customer Service here at Oshawa Power. We hope you find today's virtual information session helpful in making the right plan choice that works best for you, family, or small business. Since June 1st, 2020, customers have been paying a special rate of 12.8 cents per kilowatt hour as a result of COVID-19 that will be changing on November 1st. For the first time, smart metered customers will have the choice and flexibility of how they are billed. Effective November 1st, customers on the regulated price plan will have the choice between time of use and the tiered pricing plan. The Ontario government has implemented the choice to help families better control their energy costs. Customers do not, what we want to emphasize here is that customers do not have to rush into a decision. It is not a November 1st deadline, but it is starting as a November 1st meter reading date. Customers are not locked into a choice and can switch plans at any time. So time of use, pricing, and how does it work? So rates are based on the time of day and time of the week the electricity is used. And this is the way most of us are being billed now. The three pricing buckets are on-peak, mid-peak, and off-peak. Time of use rates change twice yearly. Summer from May 1st to November 1st. And then we have our winter time of use pricing from November 1st to April 30th. So the rates effective November 1st for time of use, off-peak are at 10.5 cents per kilowatt hour, mid-peak 15 cents per kilowatt hour, and on-peak 21 cents per kilowatt hour. And the times for the off-peak, mid-peak, and on-peak are referenced there on the slide for your information. The summer time of use pricing buckets from May 1st to October 31st, the rates will be announced by the Ontario Energy Board in the spring. So here is a sample time of use bill. As you can see, from the middle section of the bill, under the electricity line, you have on-peak time of use, mid-peak time of use, and off-peak time of use. So in order for you to make your decision, you will be comparing these three time of use buckets from your bill under the electricity line item on your bill. Closer to the end of the presentation, we will show you a calculator that will help you in making the right informed decision. So tiered rates. The price plan separates electricity consumption into two price tiers. Customers pay one rate up to a certain amount of usage and a higher rate for any electricity used over that threshold. These thresholds are set by the Ontario Energy Board. Rates and thresholds, like the time of use, are also updated twice yearly. The buckets for this pricing plan for residential customers are for Tier 1 for the winter. The allotment is 1,000 kilowatt hours per month, and the rate for that is 12.6 cents. Anything used above the 1,000 kilowatt hours is going to be billed at Tier 2, and the rate for that is 14.6 cents per kilowatt hour. For small commercial customers, the tier does not change. The usage year-round at the lower tier is 750 kilowatt hours per month, and anything used above the 750 kilowatt hours is then billed at Tier 2. And the pricing structure for the small commercial customers for these tiers is the same as the residential. So here is a sample tiered pricing bill. Hopefully you can see this. Once again, in the middle portion of the bill, you'll see the electricity heading. Under the electricity heading is Block 1 and Block 2. What you might notice from this bill is that the customer has 1,049.02 kilowatt hours at Tier 1, and then anything used above that is billed at Tier 2 or Block 2. The reason being for this is because this is a 33-day bill. All of our bills are prorated. So that's the reason that this customer is allotted a little bit more than 1,000 kilowatt hours per month. Am I eligible to switch? Yes, as long as you are not under contract with an energy retailer and are a residential or small business customer. Which plan is right for me? Only you can know for sure which plan will be the right choice for you. What time of day are you and your family members at home most? Is it convenient to do chores using more electricity like laundry and running the dishwasher in the evenings or on weekends? If you are a business owner, how many hours does your business operate? When does it use the most electricity? What if I do nothing? If you do nothing, you will remain on your current time of use payment plan. We've included the hyperlink there, which directs you to our website, which has a lot of information about the customer choice. And if you do decide that you want to switch to a tiered plan, there is a customer choice request form that has to be submitted to us. So we will post this on our website, and at that point you can click on the hyperlink for the form and for some more information. Can I switch back to time of use rates if I switch to tiered pricing? Yes, you can switch anytime, but it may take up to 2 billing cycles to see the change reflected on your bill. How will I know if my price plan has been changed? We will notify you by letter, letting you know when the change will take effect or why your request could not be processed. You will see the charges broken down on your bill. So here is a hyperlink to the calculator that will help you decide what pricing plan is going to work best for you. So what you would do is you're going to input your on-peak, mid-peak, and off-peak into the calculator, and it's going to do the calculation for you. For this particular customer, it looks like it's going to cost them $4.35 more on tiered pricing. And once again, that calculator will be available on our website when we post this presentation. Also, effective November 1st, the Ontario Energy rebate that is a credit on your bill is switching from 31.8% to 33.2%. So there will be some extra savings there. Before we get to the question and answer period, we have 2 short videos to show you, which will demonstrate both scenarios, being one family home most of the day and the other not.
Meet Alexandria. She's usually up at the crack of dawn to catch the 6:30 train. She often works long days and she rarely cooks. When she's at home, it's really just to hit the hay and recharge her tech overnight, which suits her just fine. There isn't much to do in her 500 square foot basement apartment, and she'd rather be out walking her dog anyway. Comparing her own bills and using the OEB's bill calculator, Alexandria is thinking of staying with time of use pricing, because power is personal. Meet Joe. Recently retired, he likes to go to the park to catch up with his buddies. He enjoys baking for his family when they come over, and the little TV in the kitchen's always on, as he loves to watch sports during the day. His grandkids love visiting, and no wonder. He has a 60-inch screen in his basement and all the latest blockbusters. Comparing his own bills and using the OEB's bill calculator, Joe is thinking of switching to tiered pricing, because power is personal.
So I guess we're going to take some questions now, and I will try and address them. There is also an email address that you can email us at, customerchoice@opuc.on.ca. If we don't address your question today, you can email us and we will get back to you with an answer.
Okay, so the first question, will the winter allotments for the kilowatts remain in effect for the summer? I believe they're asking for the amounts of kilowatts, and the caller has said, I'm sure you'll cover this during the meeting, but again, you can maybe just do the thresholds.
Yeah, so for the tiered pricing, the threshold for the winter is 1,000 kilowatt hours at the first tier. Anything used above the 1,000 kilowatt hours is billed at tier 2. In the summertime, tier 1, the allotment is 600 kilowatt hours. Anything used after the 600 kilowatt hours would be billed at tier 2.
Okay. Next question is, how will I know which is the better way to go?
The best way would be to use the OEB online calculator and take some bills from different seasons and input your on-peak, mid-peak, off-peak into the calculator. And that's basically going to do the work for you. It'll tell you which pricing plan is going to work best for you and your family.
Okay, there's a question. I'm already on time of use rates, but would like to switch to tiered billing. Which form do I use? And I think we did cover that, but maybe you want to just reiterate that again?
Yeah, so if you go to our website at www.opuc.on.ca, right on the home page, there is a lot of information about customer choice. Within that customer choice, there is a form that needs to be completed if you would like to switch to tiered pricing. And then that form can just be emailed to us, and we'll make sure we get you set up on that plan.
Okay, and another customer asked, how come the blended rate of 12.8 was implemented through the summer?
That was introduced by the provincial government, so I can't really address the reason for that. We were paying 10 cents per kilowatt hour, and they adjusted it to 12 cents, but we do not set the rates here at Oshawa Power. They are set by the Ontario Energy Board and the ministry.
Okay, if we switch to tiered billing and we approach the 1,000 kilowatt hours, will we be notified when we're getting near the time when the rate will change?
We did implement a new portal. It's called My Oshawa Account Portal. And we urge everybody to sign in and take a look around. It's got all of your consumption information, and your consumption information is updated daily. So that would be one way that you could track your consumption. But at this point, no, we don't have a way of notifying you that you're going to hit the tier 2. But you would definitely be able to find that on if you logged into My Oshawa Power account.
When you sign up for a rate plan, how long are you locked into that rate plan?
So there's no set time frame for this pricing structure. You can switch back and forth. Yeah, there's no set time frame. So you, like I said, you can switch back and forth between time of use and tiered pricing. You just have to notify us by completing one of the forms on the website and getting that to us so we can make sure that you're being billed at the appropriate plan.
What if I do not have a smart meter?
If you do not have a smart meter, then you're currently being billed at the regulated price plan, the tiered pricing plan, so you don't have a choice. You would have to have a smart meter installed if you wanted to be billed on time of use pricing. So yeah, you don't have a choice, unfortunately.
I am already on time of use, and if we want to remain that way, is that the default option?
That is correct. If you would like to remain on time of use, you don't have to do anything.
If I switch to tiered billing and I use 1,100 kilowatt hours in 1 month, is the first 1,000 hours billed at tier 1 and the next 100 billed at tier 2 rates, or will all 1,100 hours be billed at tier 2?
So you got it right the first time. It would be the first 1,000 kilowatt hours at tier 1, and then the 1,000 kilowatt hours would be billed at, or sorry, the 100 kilowatt hours would be billed at tier 2.
When do we get notified of the new rates in the spring?
The Ontario Energy Board releases those rates in the spring. I'm not exactly sure when, but we always post that on our website and notify our customers when those rates have been released.
Where can I see the videos replayed?
So the videos are actually on the Ontario Energy Board website.
Can you outline what type of family or number of people and general habits will benefit from tiered pricing?
No, I can't. It's up to the customer to make the decision, and that's why the calculator is there. So I wish I could, but I unfortunately I can't. So sorry.
For tiered rates, will the first tier always end at 1,000 kilowatt hours?
Yes, unless your bill is for more than 30 days or less than 30 days. Like I mentioned, our bills are prorated. So you could have more than 1,000 kilowatt hours at tier 1 or less than 1,000 kilowatt hours at tier 1, depending on the number of days we're billing you for. The tier changes in the summer, so the 600 kilowatt hours would be based on 30 days. Anything used above the 600 kilowatt hours would be charged at the tier 2 price, and it would be the same for that. It's a prorated amount, and it's based on the number of billing days.
Can you provide examples of some of the things in the household that use the most energy?
So the things that in the household that would use the most energy would be things for heating and cooling. So in the summertime, your air conditioning, things like pool pumps, hot tubs, Mostly things for heating and cooling, dehumidifiers.
The recent billing was altered by Doug Ford to avoid time of use rates. So will this year's data be relevant to us making a decision?
The calculator is going to let you make that decision because they've got the November 1st rates in there. So all you're going to do is look at your time of use bills and put the on-peak, off-peak, mid-peak rates in there for different periods throughout the year. And the calculator is going to do the job for you and let you know which pricing plan is going to work best for your family or your small business.
On the tiered pricing, does the price change from winter to summer?
It does. And like I said, the November 1st pricing has already been released, and the Ontario Energy Board will release the summer pricing sometime in the spring.
In the summer, is the first tier of the tiered rates at 600 kilowatt hours?
Yes, it is.
Are the spring rates also relating to the summer rates?
Yes, we call them summer and winter. I know that the PowerPoint had spring in there, but the OEB refers to them as the summer and the winter rates.
What would the reason be that a change could not be processed?
A change might not be able to be processed if you're signed with a retailer. So that would be if you've signed a contract with a retailer for a fixed amount of fixed price for a certain amount of time. You would not be eligible for the plan. Or if you don't have a smart meter, or if you're not a residential or a small commercial customer.
And another question about, will we get a notification when we hit the 1,000 kilowatt hour mark on the tiered system? And you've answered that one already.
Yeah, I would direct you to the My Oshawa account portal. The login page is on our homepage, and that will be able to give you your previous day's usage, so you can track it that way.
What is considered a small commercial business?
A small commercial business is anybody using under 50 kilowatts per month or under 250,000 kilowatt hours per year.
How does time of use get calculated in my personal charges?
Yeah, we read your meter. The data is sent to, we call it the meter data management repository. They put your data into buckets. If the buckets are sent back to us, and that is how the buckets are populated on your bill. I hope that's what you were asking.
Is there an option for OPUC to choose whatever is less for us, either time of use or tiered?
Unfortunately not. We can't make that decision for you, but we can help walk you through the calculator. That's not a problem. But no, we can't tell you which plan to pick.
Is the online form the best way to make the change?
Yes.
Can customers have an equal billing plan on either one of these choices?
Yes, they can. Nothing changes as far as payments. So if you're on a pre-authorized payment plan, the amount of your bill is going to come out on the due date. If you're on a budget billing plan and you've chosen a fixed date of the 5th, the 15th, or the 25th, that fixed amount will still continue to come out of your account on a monthly basis.
How does the smart meter work? I think you've kind of already touched on that with the...
Yeah, so we're able to read your smart meters remotely, which we do. And all of that data, like I said, is sent to the meter data management repository. They put the data into the on, off, and mid-peak buckets. And then that is put on your bill for us to bill you.
Given that there is COVID in these times and people are working from home, how effective and cost efficient would the two choices be?
That's something that you would have to take into consideration. If you're home more, then you're probably using more consumption during peak hours, on peak hours. So once again, I would direct you to the calculator where you could find out which plan is going to work best for you.
Do condo townhouses get charged by the meter reading, or is it an estimated rate?
We do have some bulk metered apartment buildings and condos in Oshawa where we read the meter, and then the co-op will then bill the residents. I'm not sure. Could you repeat the question?
Do condo townhouses get charged by a meter reading or an assumed rate?
If you have a smart meter, then you're being billed an actual reading.
Will the calculator take into consideration the 2 seasons and update the rates and thresholds?
Right now, it is showing you the 1,000 kilowatt hours with the current rates, and come summer, that calculator will be updated to show you the new rates and the 600 kilowatt hours at tier 1.
How can we make an informed decision using the calculator when current pricing is off-peak and we don't know what our on-peak, mid-peak, and off-peak usage is?
Your bill is, even though we're billing you at the 12.8 cents, you're still going to see in the body of your bill, you're still going to see the consumption. So you would still input the on-peak, mid-peak, and off-peak to make an informed decision as to what plan is going to work best for you. So you still have the data that you're using during those peaks. It's just that it's all being charged at one fixed rate.
When I switch plans, how long will the switch take?
It all depends. It could take up to 2 billing cycles. If your account is in a billing cycle, you might have to wait the 2 months, or it could happen immediately. And that's where you'll be getting a letter that will state if you're signed up for tiered rates immediately, or if you have to wait for your next billing. And those letters will be going out very shortly.
Are the summer and winter tier 1 and tier 2 pricing rates the same?
Generally not, but we won't know until the Ontario Energy Board announces what the summer rates are in the spring.
When does the summer rate in the tiered pricing change to 600 kilowatt hour?
May 1st.
How do I know if I have a smart meter?
You would be able to tell on your bill if you have the 3 buckets, the on-peak, the mid-peak, and the off-peak. So you would have those 3 line items under the electricity line item on your bill. If you have all 3 of those, that's going to tell you that you have a smart meter. And the majority of our customers do have a smart meter.
If my off-peak usage is double the on-peak and mid-peak combined, should I stay on time of use billing?
And once again, I can't address that question with an informative answer. That would be something that you would need to run through the calculator. And like I said, we do have the customer choice at opuc.on.ca. So if I'm not addressing the questions as detailed as you would like, feel free to email us and leave a phone number, and I don't mind reaching out and touching base with you and just walking through some more details with you.
The calculator is now set up for winter rates. Will it switch to summer rates, or is there something I can use to see summer rates?
At this time, I don't believe there's anything to see summer rates on the calculator.
What months do the summer rates run?
They run from May 1st to October 31st.
Oh, and here's just a comment. Somebody wanted to say, thank you for hosting the presentation.
Well, thank you for attending.
It's much easier than searching online. The calculator, is it two separate ones, one for time of use and tiered, or will one calculator inform me of both?
One calculator will inform you of both.
Can I get a smart meter?
If you are a residential or small commercial customer without a smart meter, yes, you can. So you could contact the customer choice at opec.on.ca and reach out to us, and we could install a smart meter for you. There's only a handful of customers in the city of Oshawa that don't have smart meters.
And I think that's all the questions for now. Some great questions.
Yes. Okay, so I think we've addressed everyone's questions. Some of them were probably duplicates. But like I said, feel free to reach out to us, customer choice at opec.on.ca, and we would be more than happy to provide you any information that was not presented during this presentation, or you need some more detailed information. So thank you very much for attending, and have a great day.